Okay, if you've been following this channel, you know that I've been really hyping up cloud gaming recently and going on about xCloud. The service has improved a ton throughout the year in terms of both the game library and performance. On the other hand, I wanted to keep my options open and see what else was out there. I decided to take a crack at Google Stadia again. I actually tried Stadia before, I think sometime last year or super early this year, and the performance was actually pretty amazing. The only thing that kept me away was that Game Pass was such a great deal, and Stadia didn't have much of a game library. But for both services, it looks like a lot of things have changed, so I tried Stadia again and I got a lot of thoughts. These are services, so things can always change, but let's see which one's better as of right now after talking about our sponsor for this video, Skillshare. If you didn't already know, Skillshare is a robust online learning platform with thousands of courses from creators for creators. I know so many people that want to start their own YouTube channel, but they don't really know where to start. Skillshare is that place. Skillshare offers beginner to advanced level courses for content creation, all the way from script writing to video production to overall strategy. I've personally used Skillshare to continuously add on to my video editing skill sets, but recently it's especially been a great experience to learn from the best. Marquez, aka NKBHD, has an hour-long course called YouTube Success. As you can expect, it's a super crispy, high quality course, and I highly recommend it. His lesson about planning your visuals was really eye-opening because he really thinks about the viewer's perspective instead of the flashy thing the creator wants to show. If you're interested, the first 1,000 of my subscribers to click the link in the description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare so you can start exploring your creativity today. Okay, diving into it, let's talk about the pricing model differences between Xbox Cloud Gaming and Google Stadia, because the pricing alone really shows how different these two services are from each other. But before you judge which one's a better deal, know that you will definitely save more money going with either of these services since you don't have to buy hardware like a console or a gaming PC. So Xbox Cloud Gaming is a cloud gaming service that you can access if you're subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate, which is about $15 a month. Game Pass Ultimate by itself is actually a super sweet deal. You get access to literally all the Game Pass games available for PC, Xbox, and the cloud. So if you have a gaming PC and an Xbox, all your saves will carry over and you can basically play everywhere. Ultimate also gets you Xbox Live Gold and discounts for game purchases, but focusing just on the cloud gaming portion, you can stream all the games from the cloud tab of Game Pass. You can't purchase a game outside of Game Pass and play it in the cloud, so Xbox Cloud Gaming right now is pretty much equivalent to Netflix, where you exclusively stream the content and don't digitally own it. On the other hand, Stadia is essentially free to use, but you need to buy the games yourself. It's like how you digitally buy a movie on Google TV and you're free to stream that anywhere. So depending on what kind of gamer you are, you might save more money with Stadia if you only buy and play 1 or 2 games per year, or you might be spending more if you like buying and finishing multiple campaign-based games throughout the year. I'm more the latter, so Xbox Cloud Gaming is much more suitable for me, but it might be different for you. Now, Stadia does offer a similar service called Stadia Pro, which is about $10 a month. You get access to the Stadia Pro game library, a few free games every now and then, and discounts for game purchases. Unfortunately, the Pro game library is very limited and doesn't offer anything close to what Game Pass Ultimate offers. For Stadia, it's probably more worth it to buy the games you want over waiting for games to come to Stadia Pro. Speaking of which, let's compare these game libraries and see what they offer. So for Xbox Cloud Gaming, you get access to all the cloud games on Game Pass. That means you get Halo, Gears, all sorts of Bethesda games, AAA third-party titles, including a few EA Play games, and a boatload of indies. You also get a bunch of touch-enabled games that you can play without a controller, so you just need your phone to get something going. With how much Microsoft is investing into Game Pass, there's always new games coming into Xbox Cloud Gaming, so it's honestly a really good time to be subscribed right now. The downside of Xbox Cloud Gaming is that some of the games you're really invested into might go away in a few months. You won't have to worry about first-party titles like Xbox exclusives and Bethesda games, but some of the others may disappear later on, just like how movies come and go on Netflix. I know I say Stadia Pro has a super limited game library, but the general Stadia store is fairly robust with a number of indies and a few huge third-party titles that you can't play on Xbox Cloud Gaming. Now, the difference is that you need to buy each of these games individually. That could be both a good and a bad thing since you can actually own your games, but it can also get pretty pricey buying multiple games. In terms of accessibility and flexibility, Xbox Cloud Gaming and Stadia are available in the same 20-something number of countries and accessible on almost any device. But Stadia does have an edge as of right now. For Xbox Cloud Gaming, you can play it on your phone, tablet, laptop, desktop, and sort of the TV through an HDMI or USB-C cable. An official TV stick is coming, and an official app will be available on TVs later on, but playing on TVs is definitely more of a hack right now for Xbox Cloud Gaming. Stadia, on the other hand, is officially available everywhere: phones, tablets, laptops, desktops, and officially TVs with Android TV or with the Chromecast with Google TV. Another win here for Stadia is that while the recommended specs are about the same for both services at around 10 megabits per second or better, people with inconsistent internet will have a much better time connecting to and playing Stadia than Xbox Cloud Gaming. So let's talk about performance. Just in terms of visual fidelity, Xbox Cloud Gaming offers up to 1080p 60 FPS. Stadia also offers 1080p 60 FPS, but Stadia Pro users can get up to 4K 60 FPS with HDR and 5.1 surround sound. The games you play on Xbox Cloud Gaming are streamed from custom Xbox Series X consoles and data centers. Google Stadia games are streamed from custom Linux PCs with apparently up to 10.7 teraflops of performance. Of course, the quality of what you'll be running at really depends on your internet connection. Even with my Google Fiber Gigabit Wi-Fi, I do see connection warnings from time to time. When these services recognize a slow connection, they both do lower resolution and frame rates. Xbox Cloud Gaming has improved a ton from its originally 720p streaming powered by Xbox One S consoles, and now looks fantastic and plays super well, especially on the Game Pass app on my Android phone and the new Insider version of the Xbox app on Windows. But overall, I found Stadia to be much more consistent in performance with higher resolution streaming and frame rates. Stadia is actually so performant that it really feels like I'm playing on an actual PC or console. On my wireless Xbox controller, I've experienced very little controller latency. It's basically unnoticeable, to me at least. Like I said, Xbox Cloud Gaming has gotten a lot better from what it used to be, but Microsoft's streaming tech just doesn't seem to be on par with Google's years of experience hosting billions of YouTube videos. The streaming resolution just doesn't seem to be quite as crisp, and the controller latency is noticeable for certain games, especially first-person shooters. Now, it's more than playable with my fiber internet, but for people with inconsistent connections, you're going to have a better experience with Stadia for sure. That said, this is still a complicated conversation. Each service has their own advantages and disadvantages. I'll say Xbox Cloud Gaming has a for sure win on games, with constant exclusives being launched day one on Game Pass, and so many future games coming from Bethesda and all the other developers Microsoft purchased over the past few years. This is debatable, but I think it also wins on pricing. Just like how the Netflix monthly subscription model has become much more favorable to most TV and movie watchers, I think Xbox Cloud Gaming is the model that the industry will cater to. But for you, that might be different, because games are different from movies. I'm a gamer that likes to play and finish a lot of different games, so Xbox Cloud Gaming is perfect for me, but you might be a gamer that just plays NBA 2K or Red Dead. In that case, Stadia may actually be a better deal for you. I have a feeling Xbox Cloud Gaming will eventually allow for a direct purchasing model in addition to their subscription models, but for now, this is where the two services draw the line. That said, Stadia definitely wins on performance and accessibility. It's such a smooth experience launching and playing games on Stadia no matter what device you're on. All in all, I personally prefer Xbox Cloud Gaming because of the type of gamer that I am, but I think the best way to go about this is to be subscribed to Xbox Cloud Gaming for most of your games, but purchase games on Stadia that you'll constantly replay, like NBA 2K. There's really no downsides to using both of these services instead of either or, so I think I may use both platforms, but most of my time will be spent on Game Pass due to the huge library of games. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if you made the switch to cloud gaming or if you're at least thinking about it. Thanks again, and I'll see you guys on the next one.